Welcome to this tutorial on how to sew a zip into your outfit. In this video, I'll show you how to sew in a zip to a lehengha, but the concept is the same for any garment. For example, there's a zip on this blouse, but you can't see it straight away. I'll show you. It's here. It's hidden. It's called an invisible zip, a concealed zip, or in Punjabi, a gum zip. And the idea is that once it's closed, you really can't tell it's there. The one thing I would point out, when you put it on a blouse, use it upside down so that it gives you more space to put the blouse over your head and shoulders. And when you close it, you'll get a really lovely snug fit. So what does an invisible zip look like? Here's one here. You can see that there's no teeth, you can't actually see them, but if I open the zip, you'll be able to see tiny teeth. Now, the main difference between this one and the traditional type that you would use on men's trousers is this one here. And you can really see the teeth. Sometimes they're even metal. But for dressmaking, it's really nice and neat to use one of these. I'll show you in 5 easy but detailed steps how to add on an invisible zip. Step 1. So here's my waistband and this is the length of my lehengha. What I've done is put in pins where I need the lehengha to fit me around the waist, and this is my actual fit. Let's put in the zip here. Mark in with a pen where your zip needs to be exactly on both sides so that this doesn't move and your fit will be perfect. Step 2. Place your zip on the lehengha exactly where you need it and face in the right direction. Now be careful, it's easy to get this wrong. Place your zip on your fabric exactly where it would go. So you can see this would be on backwards. Hold the zip in place, remember exactly where you need to place it, and pin this down. Once that's secure, you're ready to go and you can sew in your zip. Step 3. I'm sewing down this side of my zip first, and I need about 8 inches of it so that I can easily get it over my hips. Hold your fabric and your lining all nice and level, nice and smooth. Start your zip with a double seam so it doesn't fray away from the edge. Really carefully and slowly, just keep turning out the teeth so that you get really close to your teeth. As you can see, I'm using a double-sided zip foot, and I say this is really essential if you want your zip to be really super neat. I doubt very much I would be able to sew in a concealed zip with a normal machine foot. Keep checking that it's all smooth. As you come near to the edge, just double seam that so that again it doesn't fray at the end. And your zip is on nice and neat. Step 4. So we have our zip on this side. Now just make sure there's no twists or anything in it when you place it onto the other side. Again, imagine where you want the zip on the other side using your indication. Pin that down, and also the direction of the zip so that they meet at the same point on both sides of your fabric. When you're sewing this side of the zip, it's a little bit awkward sometimes because all your fabric is to the right hand side. So what you can do is turn your lehengha around and sew in the opposite direction. We're starting from the end of our zip rather than the top. This seam doesn't have to be right to the edge of the teeth. This is just so that the zip is in the right place and it won't move. Now when you go to put in the final seam in the correct way, you need to move your zip so that your needle is on the other side. Now my needle is on the right hand side of my foot. Open up the zip nicely like you did before, really turning out the teeth. Get this seam really close. Now all your fabric is on this side, but you can actually just concentrate on the zip because it's in the right place. You just need to get really close to the edge. Step 5. Close the zip up and we can pop the end of the zip back through. Just pull the zip out the underside of your lehengha. And now this is the side seam. So the zip is really concealed and it's in the side of the lehengha where you would have had a seam anyway. Take your outfit and turn it inside out. This is my waistband here and this is the wrong side of the fabric, and I've taken the lining away, so we're just dealing with the silk. This is the correct side of the silk. And what we want to do is put together the sides of the silk of your outfit, hold them together and put a seam down all the way. Very carefully bring the sides of your silk together, leaving the zip on the outside and your zip foot really close to the zip itself. Bring your needle as close as possible to the zip and then sew all the way down. Don't forget, start with the double seam. Aim for the edge of your fabric, but you don't want any curvature here, you just want it to be a slanty seam. And you're all done. We've put in our side seam, you can see the zip is hidden and it looks really nice and neat. If you had an extra long zip like I had, you can cut it away. Here you can just put a little hook and eye that will keep this together. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do share it with your friends and family, and I hope it's made sewing in a zip nice and easy.